he is back. Yeah, not being able. That's why you shouldn't ban your games in Russia region, because they still have a lot of supporters, and Russian people, Russian-speaking people could be all over the world, not only from Russia. Announcements, gameplay. I think it will be 1 hour long. Screen image simulated. No! This is not real.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Like super happy to be here. It's been quite a long time. We have done since we have done a live stream of this, entity.
I thought this is every year translation. I have alien computer, love it. Alien technology?
I'm super happy about
How?
it. I'm also super happy to do it.
Did you steal it
towards the
from
end of the
Area
year
51?
because, I will take this moment also to celebrate what year it's been for us at Slitherine. We have had a very intense 2024. Think about it. Last year we've launched something like maybe 2 or 3 like base games or games.
I have Alienware laptop.
Like main games. I think Rule the Waves, Nuclear War Simulator.
Alien
and
technologies.
something else. This year we've launched close to 10 different base games and a load of DLCs.
10 different games?
Stargate, Terminator, Headquarters, Philoglory Kingdoms, Scramble, Armor Brigade 2, many others. And the amount of
What is
games
Armor
we have
Brigade?
released, is a
Something extra
reflection of
similar.
how much work and how much the company has grown.
Armor Brigade,
And,
Armor Brigade.
and I will take this just a very, very brief moment to thank everyone at Slitherine also following the stream now. Just as like a service communication, it's important because
Oh, nice.
a lot of us work from home. A lot of us work from our own places, and we don't have
I working in
a lot
my
of
own
opportunities
place.
to get in touch and to thank each other, to congratulate each other, and so on. So, massive thank you to everyone in the company. First of all, who have been working hard to achieve what we have achieved. So
Just a
another
second,
year of
I
growth.
closing their
We have,
partner.
Pushed so much
I
stuff
think
out.
it's a
We have also, as a
bad
team,
manner to
created a
close
lot
their
of
partner.
content. We are committed, I would say, to always come up with different ways of
Imagine your partner and some streamer just
creating
cover you with his
content
webcam.
that markets the games, but also engages with the community. So we have done more episodes of the Geek Recipe. We have done a documentary series called A Lens on
We have
Snapshot.
Twitch stats now.
We have
We
done
can
many
watch it after
episodes
this
of,
presentation.
live streaming, and we have
My
done
year
a
in
launch event for
2024.
Scramble. We have a lot more content coming next year. So before we go into the games and such, I have a nice little video that has been created to celebrate all these pieces of content and all the shows we have attended during the year. On this video and the next one, massive thank you to Katie and Theo who helped us put these together. Go for the first one.
How can they make so many strategy games in one time?
Geek Recipe.
This is his Gemini. I thought this is another person, but just looks the same. War Thunder is extra popular in East Europe. Tea time. Music like in a lift. Elevator. Lift. A lift
That was
sounds better.
our stuff not related to actually launching games, which is going to come in a second. As I said, launched many games. We also have like 9 active franchises, and you can think about how
9
we work at
franchises.
Slitherine. You know that we have
Of course,
base
because
games,
they
lots of
support
DLCs
their
and so on.
games
So every time we
for
launch a
5
game,
or more
a new,
years.
stream of
So
product starts.
even if the game 5 years old, it still
like Field of
has new
Glory,
DLC.
Command, Combat Mission, Starship Troopers, Warhammer, Gladius, Battle Sector, and so on. Every one of these have, a producer working on it, or more than a producer, a brand manager, or more a brand manager, all the
Did I stream
services,
Warhammer
PR,
Gladius?
media, content, operations. So the more we launch, the more we create work. So that's one of the reasons why the company is growing so much over. Somebody on the back says, somebody on the
Am
back
I
says,
online
just
or
stop
still
all
not?
this nonsense. Just talk about the games. We'll come to the games just a second more. A few other things about what happened this year. During this year at Slitherine, we have also increased the number of internal development projects. We are now developing internally.
It was especially
Scramble, Battle Sector,
a roller
Combat
coaster
Mission,
for you.
of course, Command, the Field of Glory, Kingdoms. We have so much stuff happening internally.
In Russia, we call roller coaster
This year has
American
also been a big
sliders.
year for investment for us. We have acquired the Battle Sector engine,
Have no
which is
idea
going to be
why.
a big part of today's stream as well. We have acquired the Combat Mission IP and Battlefront. The Battlefront team has joined us. We also have all the internal development for the modern naval warfare guys. So there's a lot more happening within the company now than was happening 2 years ago. So a massive thank you to everyone. And of course, a massive thank you to the community of fans and players. We know that we owe you a lot of our success. So thank you for following us. Thank you for making all this possible, and with
I
buying our
streamed
games
3
and making
of
sure that
4
you give us
their
your
games
feedback
this
and
year.
and push us to improve every
Terminator
day.
and other strategies.
Just a couple of words about what is happening today. It's going to be about an hour long. We have, of course, it's going to be a mix of videos, of pre-recorded videos, trailers, announcements, and chats with our guests.
My mom made me special
guest today come here to talk about
special
Broken
drink
Arrow, of course,
for unhealthy
is
people
our business development manager and senior brand manager
with lemon and
Alberto
klukva.
Casino.
I have to Google how to say klukva.
Ciao Alberto,
Hi everyone.
how are you?
It's great.
It's
great to be here. Also, this time there's no fireplace, so
That's not bad. That's not bad. A good start. It's a bit chill in this.
Cranberry
yeah, it's not bad.
or bogberry
It's
bearable.
or mooseberry.
We're here to talk about Broken Arrow.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that the chat is going crazy and asking about it.
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot of people. I have deliberately asked not to look at the chat and just make sure that everyone knows I'm not looking at the chat right now because we have a lot to go through, and so we're not going to interrupt things
Also, to
too
be honest,
much.
it's impossible to follow the chat.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It's a good sign of people.
So
being
this is
active there,
really
so.
live translation?
So Alberto,
Because
Broken
usually
Arrow,
translation are not live.
Tell us a bit about where we are.
They are pre-recorded.
What we've just been doing with the open
Nice.
beta and what numbers are and so on.
Yes.
He
so we
has
just
to read the
completed
chat.
our multiplayer open beta. It's been a crazy ride, really. The first day, the first couple of days were a bit rocky. We had an issue with multiplayer stability. That's been fixed. After that, it was very, very much stable. It's been very successful, super popular.
They
We've
show
had
it less
peaks of,
games and speak
18,000
about it.
players, concurrent players at the
Spoke.
same time, which is very good. Lot of wish lists, lot of interest about the game. Really, we're happy with how the open beta turned up. We're also happy with the feedback that we've received from the community. There's one thing that I should mention. We've noticed a bit of an issue with cheaters, but yeah, we'll address it. We also have a video.
Hello, Bril.
Going to talk
Okay.
about
Why you are a
what
champion?
the team is up to, and also, just to address the elephant in the room. Everyone is asking about
The release.
We will check my
see
stream
something
recaps
else, if
after.
you-
We are going to announce some information about release date today. Yes, not now, not yet.
Yes.
A
we have
bunch
lot
of
to
dead
talk about
people
Broken
in
Arrow,
my
today, so
2024
it's a
review.
major, of course, a major
Viti
subject
still
in,
not in top.
Stream today. Before we get to that, as I was saying at the end of the previous, before introducing you, we owe a lot of our success to the community. And during the beta, we have collected some reaction from the beta, from the community, right?
Yeah, there were some really cool videos that we've received as part of our community challenge. Also, there were some amazing clips on YouTube and Twitch from content creators. So we decided to put together a
No,
bit of
I'm
a
not
small
translating
compilation,
this to Russian.
in
I
order to
stream
show
in
the hype
English.
and the anticipation around Broken Arrow.
Let's look
I'm
at that.
just discussing it.
Welcome to the Missile Age, Chopper! Dude, the Vipers are ridiculous!
Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I just really want to fucking play
Я
this
не
game.
перевожу это
Wait
на русский,
for
я
it.
же на английском стримлю. Просто обсуждаю.
Pray we get some kills here. Pray we get some kills.
It was hard to find a lot of cool clips in strategy games. Because usually you can understand only if you spend hours of thousands of hours in strategy game to understand highlights.
Helicopter!
Congrats, Брил.
I just
Обсуди
love some of this
вкратце,
stuff.
что
I
просто
think
у них 10
Helicopter
проектов, и
is,
они рассказывают, что
my best
спасибо
song
большое
of the year
комьюнити,
now.
мы сильно
вот that.
расширяемся, мы поддерживаем все наши проекты, и поэтому мы растем, мы дико выросли последние 2 года. И вот наши хайлайты.
I spammed it in the internal chat. I just love it. So yeah, I mean, people go crazy about it. We know we have how many wish lists
Some
now?
people in chat think that I
725
here to translate this
And the game,
presentation
as,
to
Alberto
Russian,
said,
but I
we had,
switch it to stream
quite a
on
lot of
English.
concurrent users during the beta, making it on the top 100 most played games in the world during a beta. You know, it's not often that you get to see that. Which is, pretty astonishing. And now the game is the most wishlisted RTS out there. So
It's still in beta.
we know that you guys are waiting
Их
for
игра
it,
самый
and,
предзаказываемый
we are
RTS.
working hard. I mean, we are working hard. The Still Balalaika is working hard to make sure the game comes out as soon as possible in the best possible
They have
fashion.
Team
What
Balalaika?
are we going to watch now?
So, first off,
Balalaika
we're
is
going to look
Russian
at a video,
guitar with
in
only
which the
3
team,
strings.
both members of the
Zim, zim,
Slitherine
zim.
team as well as Steve Balalaika are going to discuss what is next about Broken Arrow, what we're up to, and what we are going to do in the foreseeable future regarding the ongoing development of the game.
Okay. Are we ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it.
With Broken Arrow, it was always our intention to create the ultimate modern warfare real-time strategy game.
The game.
The game sets the United States and Russia against each other in the hypothetical outbreak of World War III. The battlefields are inspired by
The game about World War III.
Baltic region. It features more than 300 units
В Балтийском регионе игра про войну новую против Америки и России. Real time. Если что-то непонятно, спрашиваю, а так вроде все понятно. Guys, they have a huge balls. If they are making game about World War III with Russia and USA in Baltica. Imagine Far Cry Ukraine, for example.
All of that on the same battlefield. The game allows you to customize your army to a large extent thanks to a robust specialization system. Each specialization has a unique roster of units, each with its different strengths and weaknesses.
US
We
default,
recently
RU
unveiled
default
two
deck.
new specializations, the US Airborne and the Russian Coastal Troops. Broken Arrow offers a selection of 10 different specializations, 5 for the United States and 5 for Russia. They can be
10
combined 2 by 2,
specializations.
resulting in an unparalleled degree of freedom, letting players craft their own army. It was exciting to see players test their mettle with new specializations.
As a casual
and we
player,
are
I
looking
prefer to
forward
play
seeing what they
with
can achieve
pre-built
with a full
deck
roster of 10 specialization when the game is
or
out.
still meta
Of all
decks.
10 specializations that the game will contain at launch, there are still 4 that we haven't revealed yet. 2 for the USA and 2 for Russia. And we're looking forward to revealing them in due time.
Они ж не показали две единицы
In the past
техник
few
для
months,
России
we've been
и
focusing
США,
on
и
refining
покажут
the
позже.
multiplayer experience. We ran a multiplayer beta in November, and in those 2 weeks, it was one of the most played strategy games on Steam, with over 500,000 of players. We have
There was
introduced a
playtest in
rating system
November
for
and I
automatic
fully
matchmaker,
missed it.
co-op matches, custom lobbies, and profile customization. Now each
What did I
player
do
has
in
an experience
November?
level displayed on their profile, and their battlefield accomplishments are rewarded with special medals. We were happy to see such an overwhelming reception by the community, and we aim at nurturing a thriving and healthy multiplayer environment. We are also looking into running official tournaments when the game launches.
Healthy
be on the lookout
multiplayer.
for that.
In strategy games. With a lot of toxic players.
We are working on a number of features. First and foremost, the single-player story campaign. The single-player campaign is story-driven, and it focuses on the Baltic region, featuring battlefields inspired by real-world locations. It will be an exciting and thrilling experience, with missions providing unique tactical situations. We are also working towards making the mission editor available. The game will feature Steam Workshop support. We are planning on giving early access to the editor to everyone as part of a beta, so that
It
when
will be
Breaking
early
Arrow
access
launches,
system.
players will be able to access user-generated content from day one. We are also working on improving optimization, so that performance on many different user systems will improve. Last but not least, we are going to introduce a robust anti-cheat system to ensure that
Будет
the
крутая
competitive
система
environment stays
античитов
fun
и
for
early
everybody.
access.
We have great plans for the future of the game. Not only are we going to add more specialization
One bad
parts,
thing that
but most
now it's
importantly, we are
impossible
going
to make
explore new theaters of
good
war
anti-cheat
and brand new
system.
factions. We won't be
Impossible.
restricted to
Every
the United
system could be
States,
broken.
Russia, or Eastern Europe for that matter. The future looks bright for Broken Arrow, and we can't wait to show you what we are planning. Therefore, today we are going to announce when Broken Arrow will be released.
Well,
She said
Well.
today.
yeah, I hope that's true. Otherwise, I think, I mean,
we
we
can-
might be in trouble.
Игра уже
We're in trouble,
сегодня
we're in
выйдет,
trouble.
сказали.
Yes, today
В ранний
we're going
доступ.
to announce when we will release Broken
They are
Arrow.
shocked that it's
We
released
have
today?
a full event to go through. We're going to come back with Broken Arrow maybe later, right? Later,
Yeah,
yes.
we have a 20 minutes long video in which we're going to showcase the first mission of the single player campaign. It will be a 20 minutes long.
Please
video
don't show
gameplay,
20 minutes
never shown
now.
before footage.
I don't want to
commented,
spoil
by our
20 minutes
producer
of
for
the game.
named McKenna, and Felix, who is the creative director
Okay,
of
cool.
Steel
Well,
Laika.
So there's a lot more to talk about Broken Arrow. We are going to now.
Они
look
вообще были
into,
удивлены, что игра
you
сегодня
know,
релизится.
what are we call the franchise games? We have we just released 3 DLCs today. Big day for operations up in.
3 DLC, 1 DLC for Terminator, 1 for Warhammer, and another one.
That we just released. We have an announcement to make about Starship Troopers.
Yes.
And 1 for
I'll,
Starship Troopers.
I'll
I
kind
miss
of
it,
let you
Starship
explain
Troopers.
what it's all about.
Well, it's a new game mode. It's a mode which aims at increasing replayability, which aims at increasing player retention, which tries to, spice up the gameplay, make every game feels a bit different. It's called, should I say the title?
Yeah,
the
of
name?
course you have to.
Yeah. It's called Territory Mode.
Broken Arrow,
in Territory
релиз
mode,
Broken
of
Arrow
course, it's
вроде
important
сегодня
to
они
expand and
сказали.
control
И
territory
сами удивились
and
этому.
manage a number of resources. But before
Может,
I
это
go
вообще
deeper
ошибка.
into that, well, we have a video showcasing
Yeah, we have
Territory mode.
a pretty detailed video that showcases that. So let's take a look.
3 new DLC. one for Starship Troopers. Terrain command to make it more replayable. I didn't play, maybe it's still on my list. I have to check it.
Mode, an exciting new way to experience the battlefield. In this mode, the choice is yours. With new
I think
content
it's
spanning
still
the
on my
base
list.
game and DLCs. Territory mode focuses on player choice, customization, and endless replayability. You'll battle across new maps with unique layouts.
This is interesting that we have resurrection of Starship Troopers franchise.
Deploy your units.
Maybe
from
with
both the
new
main game
movies,
and the DLCs you
with
own
2 games,
to adapt to any
3
scenario
games,
and
1
seize
for VR.
victory. Scattered across these maps are territory points. Send your forces to secure them and establish your dominance. But beware, the bugs won't go down without a fight. As you
It
push
look
forward,
extra
Arachnids will launch
similar
counterattacks
to
regain control. Their
Terminator,
strength grows over time.
but
Stay
with
sharp,
some
trooper. Longer you take, the tougher the challenge becomes.
tower defensive elements.
Capturing more territory earns the necessary resources. Use these wisely to recruit units and unlock powerful
Новый режим
technologies to
роглайка
turn
в
the
игру,
tide of
что-то
battle.
типа Tower Defense
And
с
for even more
захватом новых
strategic
ресурсов и
depth, battle
расширением.
groups are now at your command. Choose the group that best suits your tactics and take advantage of their unique units, technologies, and mechanics. It's now time to lock and load. Join the fight in territory mode and prove your tactical prowess against the Arachnid threat.
I am making everyone in the back angry now.
Yeah.
So I'm just having so much fun. Guys, so
Why
this was
he's
Starship
angry?
Troopers territory mode. Do you want to add something about it?
Well, yeah, I can talk a bit more. Basically,
It seems
in,
they really
territory
didn't
mode,
sleep well.
You select the map and
And
you
work
can
it
pick
too
maps
hard.
from different biomes, different planets.
Because sometimes they
depending on
like they
which
lagging.
DLCs you own. You can select different battle groups, so you have different units at your disposal. Maps are somewhat randomized in the sense that you have different starting points depending, well, it's random. You have randomized hive nests for the bugs, randomized mutations for the bugs, for the arachnids. You have technologies in order to upgrade your troops. So yeah, it's really fun. I already played it. I'm not very good at the game, to be honest, so I kept losing, but it was very fun, yeah.
I'm not good in
I mean, the
any
announcement, of course, is
strategy
there if
games,
there
but I
is a
still
new, game mode
a
coming
fun
to the
player.
game, but the big announcement
Only
is
this
that
difficulty.
next week,
Yeah.
this territory mode goes in open beta. So you will all be able to play it if you want to from the game you own. So that's next week, right?
Yeah. We don't have a specific day yet, but yeah, it will be next week, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and if you join the Discord and
DLC will be
we'll
next
let you know
week.
there as soon as
But
available,
it seems
but,
other
I mean,
DLCs
this is
already
like
on release.
not only an announcement, something that's very practical and happening right now. Going to the next game, this is the first game we have launched today, the first DLC, which is a DLC for the evergreen Warhammer 40,000 Gladius. The game has turned...
I believe...
And I skipped Gladius fully.
turning 8 next year. It's turning 8,
it was released
2017,
in
I think.
18, maybe?
Okay. But, a long-standing franchise for us, probably one of the games that last longer in terms of lifespan.
This game
a
alive
that,
almost
was,
10 years.
Massively successful, of course. This new DLC we are launching today is somehow different from every other DLC we launched in the past. So tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, it's called Ultima Founding, and of course, as you mentioned,
Chad,
it's
I
a
have to
new
play
type
this
of
game.
DLC. So
If the
far, we
strategy
added the
game
brand new
survived
factions,
for almost 10
or,
years, it
unit
should be
packs,
epic.
adding new units for each available faction. In Ultima
We have
Founding,
to check, do
you
I have
had,
GLaDOS or not?
a number of units, in this case 8 units, to an existing faction. In this case, the Adeptus Astartes, also known as the Space Marines, of course. And any Warhammer 40k fan will recognize
This
that
game
Ultima
was
Founding
without
refers
Space
to the
Marines?
Primaris Space Marines. So we added 8 new units of Primaris Space Marines to the roster of the Space Marines faction. Players, once they once they buy the DLC, they will be able to research unique technologies in order to unlock these new units. We have Inceptors, Intercessors, Hellblasters, Aggressors, Invaders ATVs, Redemptor, Dreadnoughts, and a couple more.
So they
remember all of
literally
them off
added
the top of
almost
my
all
head. Of course, we
characters
got
that we can
Thunderstrikes.
see in
Repulsor
Space Marine
Executioner.
2.
Okay.
I managed to
I
remember
think
them
Space
all.
Marine 2 give
you.
a lot of hype to every space,
Congratulations, Alberto.
to every
Alberto from
Warhammer
Alberto.
game.
So this is available now as part of this, and of course Starship Troopers. And
And that's why they
you
making
will
DLC
find it,
for so many
on
games.
sale on Steam, on basically every other every store out there is running a sale right now. There's a publisher sale on Steam. You can find it on the homepage there.
And
But,
almost all their
yeah,
game
I
on
mean,
sale.
the games are now out. You can either
Because
complete
of
your
release
collection
of
by
new DLC.
completing bundles and whatnot, or just start now. There's I was
Короче,
checking
скидки
the other
почти
day,
на все их
and
стратегические игры в честь релизов и других вещей.
50,000 people started playing Gladius this year. So after all this time, so that's a big achievement, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
50 тысяч человек играет в их игры в этом году. В
So
Gladius.
Alberto, thank you. You'll come back later.
Yes, because we need to go back to Broken Arrow.
To Broken Arrow.
Of course.
Before we come back to Broken Arrow, we have a central block of games now with other guests. So whilst the Alienware ad goes, I'll see you later.
See you later.
Cheers.
We have Alienware ad, and half of the chat here is Alienware notebook. What people writing in chat? Seriously thought you need multiple DLCs to get full units for a fraction in GLaDOS? We demand Broken Arrow!
Alienware, big props to Alienware, who's been following our growth since now 3 years, and have been helping us put together all these fantastic shows. So next up, we're going to talk about Terminator. Already sitting here with me. Well, she wasn't sitting, but was going to do the surprise. But you are sitting now.
I can talk.
Oh yes.
Hello.
Hi, Julia.
Hello.
Nervous?
No.
No, nobody's nobody's
Not
watching.
at all.
Nobody's
Not at all.
watching.
No.
You're here to talk about Terminator.
Yes, because this afternoon we have released the first DLC for Terminator: Dark Fate Defiance, which is We Are Legion.
First DLC.
First DLC. So first, let's say this is a sort of continuation of the base game story.
Okay.
Of course, it's from Legion's point of view. So you will have the chance to play the machines this time. This is something that was really request from the community. We listened.
New DLC for Terminator to play as the machines.
Was released earlier this year.
So now you
Of
can
course,
see
it was a big
another
success.
side of
We're
conflict
very
finally.
happy about,
And people
the
really
numbers we got.
requested it.
В
Терминаторе добавить возможность за машиной играть. Типа другая фракция и другой геймплей.
So the goal with this DLC is to really add a level to both, from a gameplay perspective, but also from a story perspective. So you said about the story, what's new in gameplay?
Well, as you said, the story here is very, let's say, strong. We tried to stress that out a lot. So basically, what we have found out in the base game was this new technology called the prototype.
Okay.
And another technology called the digital storm, coming from the prototype, which was able to discharge radiation. But even though at the end of the game, players were able to, let's say, control the technology, they didn't know what was the creators or the story behind behind them. So basically, they will have the chance to find answers to the questions into the DLC.
And in terms of units
so
and
it also
units
has a
management,
lore.
there's a lot of new stuff happening in the
And
game
give you
now.
information what's going on in
since,
this world.
Since players will have the chance to play Legion in this DLC, we have introduced new mechanics.
This is cool. They literally added another new game to the game.
And a new way to
option to control your enemies.
to the battle.
But
example,
Legion should lose
spend
at
energy
the end.
To research new weapons and upgrades. And yeah, so a lot of different things. Or for example, they will have the chance to combine different weapons for the different types of units, of Legion units. So
we have a video, right? You brought
we have a video, but first of all, I would like to give a little bit of sneak peek for next year.
Let's take a look. I think that was interesting to see. You shared this earlier. I think it's interesting to look at what is coming next year as well, right? So
yes.
Let's take a look there.
This is the very first time.
Demo update, multiplayer update, so new paid content, Conquest mod DLC, free content, new paid content, story-based DLC, huge roadmap and support.
Early next year, which will probably focus on a lot of things, so single-player campaign, but maybe multiplayer and skirmish as well. So it will be fun. We promise that it will be fun. The next step will be in spring. We will have this new Conquest mode DLC. So basically, this will be this will happen on a large map where players will have the chance to take locations, to fight against Legion, to of course manage their army. This will happen into the storyline. So there will be
so all DLC will be part of the story, even if just a new mod.
And some new stuff, of course.
I don't know how to comment translation on English, because usually I just translated it to Russia, but here you can understand everything that they're speaking about. And my comments just unnecessary. I'm like a repetitor.
So probably based in some part of the US.
Okay. That's a lot of stuff to work on.
A lot of stuff. Will be a busy year.
It will be a very busy year for, I would guess, for all the franchises, right? We're trying to build this plan in advance for all the games.
The objective is to give content to players, like in not just like once.
Yeah, once in a while, but more regularly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So we have a video. Are you coming back after the video, or do we switch?
I will not come back.
So I will give you this opportunity to say happy holidays to everyone. And
happy holidays, and stay with us. We have big revelations.
We Are Legion is the first DLC for Terminator Dark Fate Defiance, immersing players in the role of Legion, the cold, calculating machine army bent on wiping out humanity and asserting control over a shattered world. This expansion introduces a gripping single-player campaign that puts players in command of Legion's relentless forces. Every decision taken on the battlefield shapes the fate of humanity, as it's made with the brutal precision and efficiency of the machines. The DLC enhances the gameplay experience with
I already have this DLC,
system for Legion,
so maybe we should check
greater
it.
strategic depth. New tools and resources have been introduced to expand Legion's capabilities, from upgrading units and crafting reinforcements to completing objectives that unlock additional energy and control slots. This progression enables the deployment of more powerful reinforcements, significantly shifting the balance of the war in favor of Legion. Customization is at the heart of Legion's power. Modify and upgrade units with an array of new options, including advanced weapons for tanks and artillery, improved rocket systems for the HC platform, and swarm units capable
It
of
seems
deploying
Legion
screens.
has more upgrades than
Rev
people.
squads can be tailored with everything from plasma rifles to guided rockets, while Legion vehicles can now be fitted with a self-destruct mechanism, transforming them into deadly traps.
You
Control the
can also
machines.
use
Command
kamikaze
the
machines.
battlefield. The future of humanity hinges on these decisions.
But what if you win humanity by Legion in this game? What it will be?
My man.
Hello,
The
Marco.
end of
What
it.
a pleasure to be here. Hi, everyone.
I am super happy to have you here to open a world of turn-based strategy.
Yeah, that's my.
We've done
that's my
real time
judge.
so far. We have done real time so far.
Yeah, now it's turn-based.
Real time done.
Take it easy.
Yeah, yeah. No rush, no live stuff. We each every turn, and we do it like we in complete relax.
We have one turn at a time. As I said during my opening remark, we were early this year. We have acquired from Black Lab Games the Battle Sector engine. Which has opened an interesting world of opportunities for us. Of course, the goal has always been to, take the battle sector heritage onwards and build more content on it, and we'll come to that later because that's, it's another part of this live stream. Of course, you have seen earlier on that we have had a
How
release
they
about
will
it,
be able to
today,
put
but
everything in
before we get to that, we want
1
to
hour
announce you
long
something
live
brand new.
stream?
Yeah, completely new.
If it's already
This brand
almost
new,
over,
thing,
and they
it's,
still have
something we've been working
6
on
plus
for
games.
some time.
Yeah, for quite
It's,
some months now.
It's the first
Terminator and Broken
type
Arrow
of
Russian
game
games,
like
by
this
the
we
way.
do.
Yeah.
It's the first game, of course, we develop on the Battle Sector engine, and it's also the first game we do in co-development.
Not Russian, it's
Exactly,
Cyprian,
exactly.
Can you
Cyprian
tell us a bit more
Studios.
about it?
Yeah, as you were perfectly explaining, from the engine to Battle Sector, we decided to expand, and now we are going to show you in a little bit second the game that we're talking about. That it's being co-developed between us and Volmi, which is an amazing studio in Kiev, and I would like also to
I lost
say
my
hi to all
ability
the
to
team
breathe
because,
by my nose, chat.
it's spending and making
Just
lots
in
of
real
efforts
time.
in the game. So Alina, Natalia, Dimitri, Dimitro, Maxim, Mikhail, Alexander, all the team in Kiev are doing an amazing job.
He has combination
on the
of
game,
Spanish and Russian
everything
accent.
is getting together quite well.
Yes, I think that the biggest remarkable achievement that the guys at Volmi have made is that they received an engine and they started working on it, and in the space of 7-8 months
Yeah,
they have put
probably,
together
yes,
a very strong proposition already.
Yeah.
Something that we are able already to show you today. Sneak peeks and videos, of course, not entire gameplay. But we're the team there is amazing, so what it's all about.
So basically, we are working now on a wonderful IP, which is, and we are now developing the first strategy game on this IP, and I'm very excited about this.
New game?
But before I say anything, I think
New
the
IP,
video
new
probably
strategy?
will explain better than me.
Take a look.
Glorantha, a world where gods walk
Rune
among
Quest.
mortals and legends shape the fate of entire lands.
Strategy
It
in
is a
Rune
realm where
Quest.
magic pulses like blood through the veins of the world, and where the skies
What is this
crackle
IP? I
with
don't know
divine
Rune Quest.
power. From the
Oh, it's
craggy
absolutely
peaks
new.
to the shadowed plains, the stories of Glorantha are etched in stone and song, immortalized in the deeds of heroes and whispered as warnings in the dark. In
Oh,
the
this is,
rugged expanse of Talistar, the Orlanthi stand
full new.
proud and unyielding. These people bound
Brand
by
new.
honor, kin, and their devotion to Orlanth, the storm god. They are a people as fierce as the tempests they worship, living lives inscribed with
Alpha
wounds
footage.
and heroic deeds. For them, battle is both survival and sacrament, and their halls ring
It's
with the
competitor
epics about
for
triumph and valor.
Age of Wonders.
They find their path,
Oh, it's
their
not a global
calling amid
strategy.
the ringing of blades, the whistle
Look
of arrows,
nice.
and the strikes of magical lightning. Among the chronicles of Glorantha's greatest warlords, few names stir the heart like those of Halgrim Ironsword, a warrior
Not Age of
forged in
Wonders.
defiance
Yes.
and tempered by the
Age,
Orlanth's
Age of
lightning.
Wonders, but also
Halgrim's deeds sing with
how
the
was
clash
the
of
name?
iron and the roar of storms. Yet
was the
he
name?
is not alone in the annals of our world. There are many whose
Age of
names
Magic.
resound with power and resolve in the sagas that have been told in the RuneQuest Warlords.
Warlords. What is RuneQuest?
It's out.
No, it's not. Wait, hold on a second. We are in a good state of development, but it's not that good. No.
It's
Joking
not out?
aside, I'm very excited about this.
I'm
It's
excited
not
about
out.
the Flying Cow.
Yeah, the Flying Cow is already probably the best unit. Also, I'm big fan of the Dragon's Nail that we saw in the army management.
I think was
so
they
RuneQuest
previously
Warlords
joke
is
on
going to
him
be
about
our
all
probably,
these already
is
in
going
release.
to be our next turn-based game based on the original IP of RuneQuest. I'm really excited about this because
What is RuneQuest?
of course, for Battle Sector players.
Do I
that
have it in chat? He
get
knows
some
a lot
vibes from there,
of
but it's a completely
Magic
different
universe.
type of game in terms of gameplay mechanics.
Oh, I Google it by
settings,
myself. Chat, do you know
lore,
RuneQuest
type
universe?
of units and many other things. So
Yes.
I think that both RuneQuest original fans and also
This is
strategy
tabletop
gamers,
game
would
and also
definitely,
all tabletop
should
game.
give it a look because it's going to be a really good game.
I think that to introduce this
Hero
game,
Quest,
we
Elder
we
Ring,
decided to have a
and
video,
RuneQuest.
of course, to unveil.
I did not know about it.
Gameplay a bit and
Thanks for following.
Game, title as well and so on. But instead of going, through the development and gameplay, I think maybe it was too early for that. We decided to have a special.
The
guest,
first
right?
book about RuneQuest was
So,
in
we
1978.
have,
Here we go.
Hey, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
It
Hey,
was
it's great to be
book
here.
of rules.
It's great to have you, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Boy, those were some fantastic games that I was watching before.
So Jeff, can you introduce yourself for the audience?
Yeah, I'm Jeff Richard. I'm the creative director for Chaosium. We are I believe we're now the longest lived tabletop role-playing game in the world. So we publish RuneQuest
Yes, this is longest
Call of
lived tabletop
Cthulhu,
game.
amongst a bunch of
And
other
I
games.
didn't know about it.
And,
Maybe it's
I
popular
was
in
thinking about
America.
this. We were founded almost 50 years ago to make fantasy strategic war games. And here we are, we've gone full circle
Dragon Pass.
and created with you all our first fantasy strategic video game with RuneQuest Warlords. Couldn't be more excited.
What is the current status of RuneQuest and what's the future of the franchise? Where are we now and what's the future for RuneQuest?
Maybe movie.
Well, we came out about 5 years ago with a new edition of RuneQuest called RuneQuest Glorantha, and I think we've done more than a dozen.
We need
supplements on it with
RPG like Skyrim and
the
RuneQuest.
starter set for RuneQuest. I believe just won the adventure game of the year or campaign of the year for at the UK Dragon Meat Awards, and it's we actually have some big exciting announcements on RuneQuest just next month ourselves, but we brought on Mike Merles, who did Dungeons & Dragons 5e, to be working on the RuneQuest line as well. So we've got an awful lot going on that. There's
so they want to
I'm trying to think. We just
expand their
published
franchise
a group of 5 books
like Dungeons and
that
Dragons.
came out on the various cults. These are character options and so forth. So I don't know if that answers the question, but
it does. I think
I'm too deep in it to be able to give a good overview.
What do you think makes RuneQuest, sets RuneQuest apart from everything else? It's a different type of fantasy, right? So I think that's, is that the thing? What is it that makes it so different?
Well, it
look like mythic
RuneQuest
fantasy.
This is fantasy with an ancient world feel, this Bronze Age feel, where the gods are very real, and the mythology of the setting really defines how you want to interact with it. So you've got you have this this feeling that's more like the Iliad or Gilgamesh or heroic epics than knights and generic fantasy. And it's such an incredibly deep and broad fantasy world. I'd say it's pretty much, well, it's up there with Middle Earth for deepest and broadest fantasy settings out there.
I think Francesco had some questions related to the game itself.
Yeah, related to the game itself. I think I wanted to know, and also I think also the community might be interested in how and why RuneQuest decided to expand its universe through the development of a strategy game. So what's the idea of expanding the
they
universe?
see how popular Magic of the Coast and Hasbro in all this strategy and
well,
other
we've always
games.
had, as I said, we were originally founded as a company making strategic turn-based
This is strange that they have a tabletop game and didn't do anything for computer.
Remembers them, for old school strategy games. And so for us, it's a natural. It seems a natural fit to go back to
natural after 50
where we
years.
started, and but nowadays when you play a strategic turn-based game, it's much more likely to be a video game. We can do things on a video game you could never do with those giant chits. Those big maps with all the chits and everything there. And they sure look.
Hello, bro.
The experience is just so much more fantastic. You can do more with it. You can experience and feel the setting
in what game
so much more vividly in a video game than you ever could with a tabletop strategy game. So, just to repeat it, it seems like a natural fit to go back to where it all started.
And we are very excited that it was a natural fit also because, of course, we can also not only expand the RuneQuest universe, but also maybe explore some new lore and telling new stories. And regarding that, how the RuneQuest original lore would fit and how it's related to the new one.
Okay, so this game comes out of the wars between the desperate wars between the Kingdom of Talistar, which is a kingdom of storm worshipping barbarians. Think like Celts or Macedonians or Conan, Cimmerians or whatnot, that are at the edge of this horrible place called Durastar.
They give too much time to this game, too much.
And
there are so many games in the list, and they give it too much time.
This is the subject of the Durasor book,
without gameplay,
which was published for back in.
I don't
early
understand
90s.
how they will be able to show and announce all other games, especially while all people are waiting for Broken Arrow, Broken Arrow, Broken Arrow, Broken Arrow, Broken Arrow.
Chaos. And one thing that I loved in that video so much.
This is a strange decision.
Just looks fantastic. What other game do you get to call in?
I would like to see more gameplay.
And smash your enemies from above.
I think the flying bulls will be definitely. We need to create probably some merch around it also because people are going absolutely mental about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Holy cow.
But it's a fantastic epic story of an ongoing fight against overwhelming odds, and if you play the game and you do a good job, you can have a very hard-earned victory, or I guess go down in ignominious defeat and have chaos steamroll over your lands.
Jeff, thank you for joining us today. Thank you also for, I think, embracing our project and making us, part of this new era for RuneQuest. I think we're all very proud about it, and I think we'll all try our best to make RuneQuest IP all the possible good for the future.
Oh, I'm fantastically excited, and I have been so impressed with everything that I've seen, and I'm so excited to see the game come live.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. It was a pleasure to have you here, and thank you very much for your time.
They even say
I mean,
goodbye in 5
I have
minutes.
to say, you know, story-wise and lore-wise, the RuneQuest universe is just amazing.
It's amazing. No, I've been studying, and also because we started, as you were saying before, we started working on this project a few months ago, and I'm learning every day more about it, and I'm definitely locked in. It's incredible glue, the depth of the lore that, of course, it will be seen in the single narrative campaign that will be out with the game at its release. You will have 3 different factions fighting for the control of the reign of Talastar. So it's very exciting to, I think, also bring a new word maybe to someone that is not it doesn't know the RuneQuest lore, and it would be awesome to do it so. Not only single campaign, of course, we will have also multiplayer and skirmish mode and lots of other stuff.
As I said, RuneQuest
Why
is,
do
one
he
of the,
use
is the first project we're developing on this Battle
soft
Sector,
letters
on the
in
Battle
his
Sector
speech?
engine, but you know, to go
Lol.
back to Battle Sector itself, and also to
we
link
have
to
soft
Volny
letters
as
in Russia,
well.
but
Yeah,
I don't
we're
use
working
it
with
in
So
them.
English.
It's all very much linked.
Maybe is this a speech or French?
Together. We have launched today, just a few hours ago.
A couple of hours ago, yeah.
The latest DLC, faction DLC for Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector.
I already
Now
streamed
that,
you
while we're
this
talking,
new
you can
fraction
see
DLC.
a couple of game clips of,
And already
of
lost
the
my
new
battle.
Astra Militarum faction DLC, our 8th DLC. As every Christmas, we'd love to give out a new faction DLC, and this time we have Astra Militarum. I'm very excited about this. Looking forward
Can
to
Astra
get
Militarum
back
will
and
be
play it
enemy
at home.
of Imperium?
Astra Militarum
Or they
has
could
a
be
new
only
16 new units,
alias?
different types of units as well. We got infantry units, we got single units like such as the Psyker or the Commissar, and of course lots and lots of tanks that are absolutely destroying everything, as you can see in the clips. This is our ADLC alongside with all the others that
Tyranids destroyed my
in the
tanks
past few
and
years.
mechs.
And this is not just the first, let's say, our end of year DLC, but is also, I think, probably one of the first steps that we are doing towards the new era of Battle Sector. What we have anticipated during schools, this is definitely the first content that we are developing alongside with Volny and Slitherine Poland, that I would like to thank for the great effort that they've put for this release, because it was not easy.
Red Dead I didn't see it.
But
Can you
I
tell
think they
me?
managed to deliver a very strong and consistent DLC.
Yeah, one thing we're gonna show a video afterwards in a few moments about the future of Battle Sector.
If
and
still
before we
will
get to that,
have
I think,
roadmap.
One of the things, of course, is that
This is also an old supported game.
Engine, and Black Lab Games, first of all, has done an incredible
I have to
job
go
at
and clean my nose.
making sure that what we receive was ready to use. It's not
'Cause now I
often that
started
you
to
send
hard for me to
pieces of
speak.
code to another programmer and they're able to sort of jump on it and start using it. So first of all, big thanks to Black Lab, and we hope that we'll be able to follow on the footsteps
Wait
of
for me,
what
Jim.
great job they've done.
I'll
in
be
the
back.
past. On Battle Sector, we had a long process of for launching this.
I don't want to
this
skip
DLC.
arrow.
It wasn't it wasn't easy.
No.
And you'll see in the video a lot of faces, a lot of people who have contributed to this DLC, and one of the faces you will not see in the video is our very own David Sharrock,
yes,
who's executive producer, and also now the godfather of Battle Sector. For,
Yeah,
in
absolutely, yes.
David Sherrock has lost all his hair and
everything. I think like it's
hours of sleep.
He deserves the longest Christmas break ever, probably.
Absolutely, and I couldn't show the video without mentioning that David is not in a video, but he's is up and above and around it all, and also thank you to the guys at Games Workshop who have contributed massively to help us releasing this DLC. Do we want to check this video?
Before checking the video, just one thing, because probably in the end slate of the video you will see also all the store logo. Just one thing, that PlayStation players have to wait not very long, but they will have their release in a week or so, but definitely before Christmas.
Okay, cool. So this video we're going to show you now is about the future of Battle Sector and what is coming next.
For the new course of Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector, we have decided to split the teams into two main branches. On one side, you'll have the core team, which is an internal team in Poland. Slitherine Polska has the task of taking care of the balance of the game and making sure
how
that
could
all
they
features
split one
are
game into
implemented
two
correctly.
franchises?
On the other side, we have the content teams. The content teams
How
are
is it even
responsible
possible?
for creating new stuff in the game. That's going to be Romy, who is in charge of creating new unit and gear for the players to enjoy, and Futurettes. And Futurettes is taking care of the most complex parts, which is adding new features, adding the narrative campaigns, and everything that's requesting a bit more project and planning. And
while you're listening to it, I will show you how this game. This
Greetings, everyone. We are the core team at Slitherine. Currently, hard work on Battle
Just a
Sector.
second.
In the coming months, we'll be delivering all the changes, improvements, and new content you've been waiting for, from faction to game modes.
Chat,
the team was put
check,
together
this game is
especially
already
to
3
meet
years
your
old,
expectation when
and now
comes
it
to content
will
and
have
multiplayer
a
balance. Our first major
resurrection,
addition is a new faction,
huge
the
roadmap.
Astra Militarum. Next year promises even more excitement, with fresh maps.
This is cool
new
that they
units,
support
and
their
numerous
games
quality
for
of life improvements.
5+
we will make Battle Sector
game
even better.
years at least.
Our journey with Slitherine began in 2020, focusing on creating marketing materials and exploring the Warhammer universe. Over the years, we have grown significantly, especially after joining the Virtuous Group, which connected us with worldwide specialists and leaders. In 2023, we have deepened our collaboration with Slitherine, working on Astra Militarum DLC, where we have created beautiful animations and outstanding 3D characters. This DLC will be releasing in December this year. The process of creation of those characters is very
Another
special.
DLC, or
First,
he's
we start
speaking
from
about
3D
DLC
scanning
that we
the
already
characters
see.
itself, of the models from
No,
the Game
this is
Workshop,
Tau,
and then we
this is
clean it up
another.
to fit the game seamlessly. We focus on texturing to achieve realistic surfaces, so the characters look unified and yet unique. After the approval, we rig and animate those characters so we can achieve the vivid and realistic movements. Stay tuned for more updates.
Update for Tau?
Hi, I'm Rick, one of the directors here at Futurettes. As big fans of Warhammer Universe, we are thrilled to bring our creative ambitions to Battle Sector. For the map editor, we've aimed to simplify and expand usability, enhancing
it will
the
be a
interface
map
and
editor.
certain tools like the camera, brush, terrain presets and deformers. We've also introduced presets for lighting, atmosphere and much more. 2025 promises to be an electrifying year for the fans of the game. Now we are working on Conquest Campaign, a new mode that
So you
introduces
can
unique
choose
strategies for each
yourself
faction,
one
ensuring
or
a
two
more
strategy
captivating
games and
embedded
play
experience.
them
We're also
many
working on a
years.
thrilling narrative campaign featuring the Emperor's devoted warriors as they come from the fallout of a potential heresy and face a dangerous enemy in Channel Expanse.
Teba.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Marco, for hosting me.
It's your time to say
Yeah. To leave the expert talk. Now
to leave the expert talk, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And well, I'll see you next
Where
year for more
is
about
Broken
RuneQuest and the Asset
Arrow?
sector.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Ciao Marco. Hi
All
everyone.
chat screams about Broken Arrow.
So before, whilst there's a change
Date of
in microphones and such,
non-binary
and Alberto comes back
game
here
Broken
to talk
Arrow.
about Broken Arrow for the last bit of this live event. I
Finally,
just
they
wanted to,
especially put Broken Arrow in last second
make
of
sure
it.
that you guys are going to the Steam sale on, of course, the homepage there. You'll see all the products on sale. All our major franchises are on sale, but also you can check it out on all the different third-party stores and other offers across the board. The next bit, we're going to talk about Broken Arrow, going deep into the single-player campaign. Alberto, yeah, you're good to come in. You didn't break anything today, so I'm just like expecting something to happen.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. So I was saying, next video is about the single-player campaign, right?
Yes. We have the first real mission in the story single-player campaign, where basically tension has been rising between Russia and the United States, and bullets start flying.
Okay. So what are we going to watch exactly? So it's a.
But he said it will be released today, or I'm mistaken.
Just as a word of warning, we're still working on a single-player campaign, so there are a few placeholders. In this case, the voiceover. The briefing, they don't have the final voice yet, as well as the intro videos, and we're also talking over them. But you will be able to, look at, see the characters, get a hint of the story.
Will there will be Putin and Trump in World War III game about Russia and America?
As well.
Good. Well, let's take a look, and I'll take a little break.
Welcome back. We're here to talk about Broken Arrow some more, and this time we're going to be talking about the single-player campaign. We've previewed it in the closed beta earlier in the year, but this is the first time that we are showing footage publicly. So we're taking a look today at the first mission proper in the single-player campaign. There is a tutorial first of all, but we're going to show you something a bit more exciting than that, hopefully.
It will be only about Baltic
all
world.
This is the mission briefing screen. As you can see, the video is very much work in progress at the moment. This is placeholder. Video will be one of the last things to go in. Any voices you can hear over my voice, underneath my voice, are placeholder too. So don't get too worried if you hear something that doesn't sound entirely professional. So Felix, we're getting a briefing here. We can see a real world map around the Lithuanian Belarus
What is the
so
sound
you
on
could
the
tell us
ground?
something about the scenario, the setting of this mission.
Yep.
Belarus.
Well, this
Lithuania,
is the second
Poland.
mission of the campaign after the first mission, which
This is between Belarus and Lithuania.
What happened?
Guys, they
during
have
the
a
previous
really
mission is
huge
that
balls,
there was a problem
because they are
during
making
an
game
exercise
about
and
real
a drone was shut down. A Russian drone was shut
hard
down.
situation
so there is
between
an escalation
world right now.
of the different provocation on both sides. And what's happening here is that a quote-unquote humanitarian convoy, a military humanitarian convoy is
This
sent
game could
from
be banned
Belarus
in
to
some countries.
Kaliningrad, and the general, so which is the character giving you the orders, is found that unacceptable and decide to stop this convoy.
Presumably, as it's a humanitarian convoy,
Will be a nuclear weapon in this
careful
game.
about how you go about this.
Yeah, there are three main characters that you can see in the briefing. We don't have the voices ready, but they will be entirely voiced at the release of the game. So one is the General Bennett, who is the guy in charge of the US troops in the Baltics. The second
Work
being
in progress,
the
August
Counselor Miller, who is a
2024.
special envoy of Washington,
This
a
is
bit
all
of a shady
built.
character, half politician, half
Striker
arm dealer,
MGS is epic.
and the third one being the Lieutenant Williams.
Russian flags in the chat.
And she's the aide de camp, the head of the general. She's here to give you tactical intel and stuff like that.
And we learn a little about all of these characters in the tutorial, even. We soon learn what Councillor Miller is like.
Yeah. You learn to.
We need gameplay
to,
showcase,
you learn about
not
them in the
only
first mission,
dialogues.
and they continue to progress throughout the campaign. So this mission is called Peacekeeper. Is about stopping this convoy, but until proven otherwise, this is a humanitarian convoy, so you're not supposed to go gun blazing on it. So the Councillor Miller is insisting a lot on the fact that you should not do that. And this is teaching one mechanic to the player, which is the ability to hold fire for his troops. And we'll see that in the video.
So the highlighted white area here
Ability
is,
to not shoot.
That's the zone to which you need to move your
Just
troops.
imagine
Yes,
a realistic strategy
zone,
game
so
about
you
common
capture these
conflicts
zones,
when you just have
by
to not
sending,
shoot at all.
ground troops in it, so either vehicles
And just
or
stay and
infantry.
wait.
And as you can see, well, in the game, your units are blue, so the blue units are the player units, the red units are the enemy, and the green units are allies. So for instance, there is a drone here that is a green color, which is not controlled by the player.
Okay. We saw, I think, at the bottom of the screen a moment ago, the spawn point for the...
It's still
yes, absolutely.
review
there
from
is no
August.
base building in this game. It's all about combat. And so,
But it should be highly
how it
updated
works is
in
that
this
the
half
top
year.
left of the screen, you can see the reinforcement menu with a yellow number, which is the amount of money that you have, the reinforcement points that you have, and you gain reinforcement point over time. And once you got enough, you can buy units from the different categories. So here in the campaign,
It's not possible to see
the amount of
technique.
units that you have is limited.
It's
we
here,
are
just
putting
too
the
small.
focus on some types of units, different missions. This mission is focusing mostly
This is Russian
on
below in chat.
striker cavalry.
Don Chang 5 євро. Where are you from? A full
the
accent.
striker, it's a US wheeled armored
They also
vehicle,
have a full
8x8,
accent, thanks.
which can
I'm
which has
mixed
many different
now,
variants,
Bulgarian,
and
half
almost
Russian.
all, if not all of them,
Now
are
I'm
present
mixed.
in the game. So
East
here
Europe.
we have a recon variant with an autocannon.
Yes, now
with
it's
a laser
easy
designator.
to
There
say
is also
East
a
Europe.
troop transport variant.
Do not
there
get
is
a lot of
main gun system.
enemies.
There is an ATGM, so anti-guided missile version, etc. Well, anti-air. We'll see them.
For
most of
example,
them
the
in the-
developers of
in
this game also from
mission.
Eastern
Troops
Europe.
always need transporting, don't they?
Not necessarily, but if they come on foot, it's going to be way longer to come. But it's still possible to buy them without the transport and send back a transport close to the spawn to get them back. But it is advised to take the transport with them. The advantage being that in the game, you have transport, you have infantry in your battle group, but you can mix them. And you can also mix them multiple.
Can you put all your
units
infantry in
So
transport?
for instance,
and gear them?
in the support tab at the moment, the player has access to.
Because I can't
to trucks.
imagine.
And
Will
trucks
be
are like
there
general
millions
purpose
of
units.
drones?
They can
Because all
transport,
new war conflict
multiple
with a lot of
squads, but
drones.
They can also bring supplies to the front.
Okay. So at the moment you are reinforcing some objectives here, would that be right?
Yeah, what happened is that you placed the player placed a blockade in front of the main axis of progression of the convoy. They stopped when they saw the strikers. So they were first moving back, and in fact moving to the side, trying to find another approach. And your objective is still to hold fire.
Interesting.
and
Why
to fire
they did
upon,
they
which
make
just
in
happened.
Baltic and not in Ukraine?
In the sense that so drone was shut down. The general gives the order like, okay, fire at will from no one. They're not coming to shake hands. and that's when
So we can see the convoy is moving on a number of different routes at the moment. So
yeah, the trucks moved back. The infantry is caught in the open. So for the moment, it's more like a turkey shooting. What we can see right now was supply
My
truck
keyboard.
bringing supplies.
Republic of
It's a very
Gamers
important
Asus
element in the
mechanical
game
keyboard.
to
I don't know
keep your unit
exactly
resupplied because
exact
the number of
model.
ammunition is limited.
I'm a gamepad fan.
And it's important to always think about.
But it seems I
getting some
broke my
supplies
button on
ready,
gamepad.
and if possible,
It doesn't feel right.
Thinking of it in advance and not waiting for the moment where you're
Yes,
running
it
out of
feels broken.
supplies
Indeed,
to call them.
So supplies work for a number of different units. And
for all of them, actually, except planes.
Maybe
which
I
don't
will
land to take it.
use my
But
Varanity on it.
Yeah, the supplies allows to
'Cause it
get munition
really
for your
doesn't
troop, but also to
work well.
repair your vehicle, heal your infantry squads. So it's really the fuel of your army.
Yeah.
Well, there is no fuel per se, but it's like without this, your units will, your front line will just crumble and you will lose.
Yes, indeed. So we have a couple of tanks coming towards us. I think
it's not a tank; it's a fire
No, it
support
still has
vehicle
a shitty
with
tank.
it's a mobile gun system. No, it's a wheeled tank basically. If you like, it's so it's Striker MGS. MGS stands for Mobile Gun System. It's a 105 gun on top of a Striker. So I'd say.
But I
earlier,
bought
it's
it from
very,
AliExpress,
very,
so I don't
multipurpose,
think I will be
chassis.
able to do Varanity.
So like here we have two MGS coming to support, because after engaging the convoy, they call reinforcements through the border. This is happening, by the way, in the town of Lasdijal in Lithuania, which is like something like 20-30 kilometers from the front line. It's really close to the border with Belarus. All right, so establishing a defense, we have buildings.
They put
infantry is
almost
put in the
real
buildings.
conflict to the
Infantry
game.
has a
What was the
bonus
problem
of
to make this
stealth and
game
a
about
bonus of,
Ukraine?
resilience
Or you need
when,
more balls to it?
when they are in a building.
It's banned to make
You can
games about
see,
real
in
conflicts.
the middle of the screen that there is the resupply point that was set up, which is when it's animated in orange, it means that it's repairing and rearming the units. And
There is a conflict in chat already.
It's losing a unit.
They're speaking
is always
about
a mistake,
Putin
almost
and
always a mistake.
politics.
You really have
And bad
to
words about
trade
Russia and
efficiently
Ukraine.
with your
So
opponent.
this game is really
I
risky,
mean, we can see
risky
here,
move
for
as
example,
hell.
you don't have many resupply points at the moment. So
Even
you
if it's
No,
about
can't keep
Baltics, not
spamming tanks
about
and
Ukraine.
the amount of units that you have in your battle group is limited. Like here, we're representing something like a reinforced company size unit, and you have something like maybe 10 infantry squad maximum, three fire support
What about
vehicle,
nuclear
2
weapon in
mortars,
this game?
that you can
Can
run
you
out
use
of
it as
units,
last option?
rather fast.
I could remember I played
they come back to
the game
battle group.
about
We have a system where
Russia and
your losses
USA
are
in
not
my childhood,
permanent.
and there was nuclear weapon in
The
it.
objective with Broken Arrow is not to be too hardcore. So when a
Wait
unit
for
is
me.
destroyed, it becomes unavailable for quite long period of time, like several minutes, which feels long when you need it.
It's a long time in Broken Arrow.
Plus the time to come back later once you have spawned it. So yeah, you can be out of this unit for 5 minutes, but they end up coming in your battle group anyway. So it's not as punishing as the most hardcore war games and tactical games where you have a completely closed number of units, and if you lose them, it's over.
So, been defending pretty well so far, but yeah,
until now,
yes.
Until now, because the supply point has been hit by enemy artillery. So as you can see, everything is running around, trying to avoid the kill zone of the artillery. When the units are flashing orange and red, it means they are panicked, they are shooting less efficiently, so more reload time, more dispersion in the weapons, stuff like that. So not a good situation to be in. So yeah, artillery hit this position, and it becomes rapidly unsustainable.
Sorry, chat, get my medicine.
Indeed. So have we got anything that can
Against
counter
my
artillery?
sickness.
At the moment, no. And
Есть
that's,
ядерка
that's
небольшая,
part of
да,
the
будет?
dialogues of the missions,
Я
like,
что, скипнул это?
Your
Они говорят, будет
companion
механика
levels, you don't
сдерживания
have,
огня,
division assets
как основная,
available,
что ты
no
иногда не должен
long-range
стрелять,
artillery, the
чтобы
only,
все хуже не стало. И в
indirect
чате большой
support you
срач
have
по
in
поводу
this
России и
group is,
Украины.
are mortars, and they don't
И
have the
будет
range
крутая большая
to
сюжетная
counterfire
кампания
the
в игре.
artillery without exposing themselves, so that's not an option. So well, you have to use the mobility of the strikers.
И ты постоянно должен использовать мобильность своих солдат, потому что взорвавшаяся рядом своя техника может тебе проблемы создать.
Every unit counts, and even
This is cool feature about explosions
of
is
still bringing quite a lot of fire support for your
But
troops.
I don't understand. They said it's released now. It was a joke.
It's possible to sell the units, to send them back
it seems it was a joke.
To the base.
Because voicing still in progress.
But in this case, using the transport as part of the troops is...
They had two jokes about release now.
You're really fighting with everything you have, and you cannot afford to exclude some stuff.
Indeed, and as this is the first mission, we have a fairly small selection of units.
I'm introducing the elements of gameplay one by one. So here it's like light vehicles, and but you see, since you're lacking of artillery, you're calling for help.
I don't see a lot of drones.
Artillery battery that
in military warfare, drones dominate on the field.
In the
Why there is no drones?
Because the scenario is that this whole
MTV, Striker, where are drones?
Multiple military exercises are happening both on Russian and NATO side.
Maybe they exclude drones because this is not fair warfare.
Lithuanian artillery, they are not available yet, but they will.
Yes, this is not classic warfare.
Relieve a bit the pressure,
this is cheap
because as
warfare.
you can see now, quite a lot of enemies.
Sea of red coming towards you. So what's your best strategy here then, and to hold on until?
Survive.
Best strategy, survive.
And it's half a joke, because it's by keeping your units alive that they can fight another day, and keeping your units alive is important. So, as you can see,
основная механика выживать, просто чтобы солдаты смогли сражаться на следующий день. This is realistic when you have strategy survive.
The artillery battery that was called finally arrives. We can see an enemy artillery shooting in the distance, so there will be a counter-battery fire mission that is ordered, and another supply point explode to enemy artillery. So you see, it's going bad. Trying to gain time, save save a maximum of units by putting a screen of infantry to allow other units to come back. The
cover and line of sight have always been very important parts of Broken Arrow, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's a lot about positioning.
The fire mission interface. When you
and
use
holding,
artillery, you can choose
then just
how
shooting.
you shoot, like which type of shells.
And it already feels extra hard.
Regular explosive shells.
All these
smoke
positioning,
guided shells, and you can choose if you want to
all these
fire
transporting
for a short period, medium, long period, and you can also choose to aim just at a point, or in this case, it was aimed to make a line. So we identified the axis of progression of the enemies, and draw a line. It's easier, like to cover a larger area.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is getting dire here, and
Did he lose in his presentation to AI enemy? What do we have in chat?
I think there will be another, artillery is fired
Save
again.
maximum of units while clicking at the
they're
speed
approaching
of
and
an
there's
elderly
not much you can
person.
do. Hopefully, so
But
as
it's
soon as the
okay,
battle
developers should
started,
not play like
you had the
StarCraft
general,
Championship.
wanted to send some jets, but well, since it's a bit of a
He
surprise,
could press pause.
none are really ready.
Yeah.
But
It's not a
Councillor Miller
multiplayer.
has some connections, let's say, and he get access to a pair of AC-130 in line, and
Они переместили
and
строку
just
названия
when
наверх.
the
Что за строка
situation
названия?
was,
На Твиче строку
was
наверх
completely
кинули.
lost, here they come, saving the day. Know that
Будет
it's
ли
a modern
орешник?
version of the gunship. It's a well-known
И
plane
чё, оно
with,
стало удобнее или хуже?
with guns on the side. And this version is
Chat.
modern with also
This game will have
missiles
so
under the
much
wings in
holy
addition
wars.
to the guns. So
Imagine they
here we
really
go.
made the game
cavalry
about
arrives
hard
just in time.
situation in the
And
war.
I mean, you have.
It
mentioned
almost
it
like
already
make a
all the
game
various
about
options you have with
Ukraine
artillery and
situation.
transport, but seemingly every unit in the game is highly customizable.
And team
Yeah,
of developers,
this
it's
thing happens
mixed
in
people
in
from
the
Eastern
deck
Europe.
creation process, where you can choose the different variants of units. In the case
Брил,
of the
wait,
solo,
wait,
you
15
don't
minutes,
really
please.
choose, like, when
Брил,
they send
15
you,
минут, подожди, покажу мой
AC-130,
Steam
you
recap.
don't choose the loadout for it. It's
Ты
like
там в
a bit
топе
like
кекнешь,
allies are
кто
arriving,
еще
so,
есть в топе.
but yeah,
There is no
every
VT in my
unit is
top
in the game,
yet.
almost, there are very few exceptions that
And I don't
have
understand,
any
there is some people
customization
that
at
don't
all.
didn't watch my stream
Even
enough.
simple trucks,
For
it's
example,
like there are
Kaida
armored cabins, stuff like that.
and Titan.
Putting a machine gun on top or stuff like that. So we really have a lot of variants. I think it's 300 units, and the total amount
Show
of
me
variants
nuclear weapon.
is something like
Why you show me only
1,500
first
or
mission?
something like that. So I don't really have the total count.
Thanks for the Shadow Empire tutorial,
Well, we
really
see a
helped.
glorious victory there, thanks to the metaphorical cavalry.
Why you showing us gameplay? Just show you
So,
release
I hope you
date.
like what you saw there today, and that was just the first
Лучше,
mission.
чем вчера
So
намного.
fairly hectic, fairly testing.
Where is
Phoenix
release?
has watched me fail that mission many times over the last couple of years. Clearly, he's a lot better at Broken Arrow than I am. It is a hell of a lot of fun to play. It brings you up to speed very nicely, very challenging.
And?
So I can't wait for you to get hands-on with the game and be able to enjoy it for yourselves.
So it's coming
When
soon.
is the release date?
There's been some leaks.
Yes.
Yes. What are you doing this summer?
Well, I hope I will be playing a certain game.
Okay.
It will be
I've
next
seen
summer.
some comments, some very positive comments. Some people saying, "I want to play the game."
Он намекнул,
It's
что
not releasing
летом выйдет.
2026, and it's not releasing today.
No, unfortunately.
So, what you have one of these things where, and surprise, it's going to release tonight, but it's not releasing today. Before we get to, do you want to have a closing, comment about Broken Arrow? Or?
No,
Сегодня не будет
we're
релиза,
so
это была
happy
шутка.
to see such an overwhelming reception from the players. We know you guys have been waiting.
Summer
for quite a while
2025,
in order to
yes,
play,
I think.
And we can't wait
Summer
for you guys to
2025,
get your hands
another
on Broken
beta in
Arrow,
spring.
Start playing and
Here, open
just,
beta.
enjoy it.
Cool. I have a mission for next year. We have to have more subscribers to the Discord, the Broken Arrow Discord, than Total War.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
More subscribers in Discord than Total
at
War.
The end of
How?
2025. Speaking of 2025, next year is going to be a very important year for us. So before we finish with the not so secret unveiling of the release date, I wanted to have just a few words about next year. Next year we have, of course, the Broken Arrow release. We have something like, I think, another 4 unannounced games that should be
4
releasing
unannounced games
next year or close.
I will play this game
So
only
expect more
because of
announcements in the
trash talk in
next
my
few,
chat.
few months. But next year
Because
is a
I'm
big,
against
is a big
any
achievement
wars
for
on our
us as a
planet.
company as well. We are older
And
than
would
a
like to see
pterodactyl.
Butthurt.
We are becoming 25 years old next year, and we have
Not
a nice
funny.
new logo
2025
to
is so
celebrate
long.
that. So Slitherine is turning
25 years here in New York
25
City.
next year, so expect a lot of very cool activities.
I'm older than their company.
Events, new launches, pretty much everything you would expect from an anniversary.
ТВ-станция Яндекс.
except
У
that
меня
it's going to
стоит
be a
Алиса Макси
year-long
только.
of celebration
Я ее очень дешево купил.
for the company. And of course, there's no better way to celebrate this milestone than to launch a big game like Broken Arrow.
Exactly.
So, guys, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
June 2025
enjoy,
релиз.
time with your families,
В июне
play games, buy
2025.
games, buy strategy
Зашибись
games,
полгода ждать игру, кто ее
if you-
будет ждать.
if you can,
We need to open
because,
beta.
we need more strategy gamers in the world, and enjoy all the time off if you're taking time off, and we will definitely see you around next year.
Broken Arrow
will be out
in June
2025.
Ah! They made a release. They made a full announce. June 2025. Nice bite. А что такое вообще Яндекс ТВ-станция? Это что? Nice, nice. They